Lesson 10-9, page 364 from your math journal. Measuring the area of a circle. Take a look at the circle that we have here on the right, boys and girls. It's all measured by 1 centimeter squared. Each cube is 1 centimeter squared. Okay, so we have a circle, and we're going to try to solve for the diameter, the radius, circumference. Here they want an open sentence, an equation, the circumference, the actual circumference, and then finally the area. Okay, the diameter. The diameter, remember the word di, the letters di, as distance. It's the longest distance across a circle. It looks to be right about here. So measure that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, that's your diameter. Don't forget the units, although it's already written there for you. And the radius. The radius is always half of the diameter. The radius moves from the center point out. Any direction, that is the radius. Okay? So, 1, 2, 3, 4. Write an open sentence you would use to find circumference of a circle. Well, we understand that the circumference of a circle is the diameter. Okay, diameter times this wonderful average that we found, which is pi 3.14. So we take the diameter and multiply it by pi, and that will give us a circumference. So a good open sentence would be circumference is equal to pi times diameter. Continuing, the circumference of the circle is, please go ahead and solve this. Okay. And then the area, find the area of the circle. Find the area of the circle by counting the squares. They want us to actually count the squares, but keep in mind they're not all full squares. Okay, so perhaps you'll have to add this piece to here and add this piece to this. Okay, and so on. That could take quite a while. Since we already have moved ahead and we know that the area of a circle is area equals pi times radius squared, I want you to go ahead and actually solve the real area. We know what radius is. It's right here. Okay, so go ahead and solve that with the real one. Do not count the squares. Please solve questions 1 to 4 before continuing on to 5 and 6. Feel free to pause the video now so you have time. If you're ready, let's continue on. For number 5, we will complete this question in class because we need classroom data. So we will record what everyone got and find the median. What is the median of all the area measurements in your class? Number 6. Pi is the ratio of the circumference to the diameter of a circle. By ratio, boys and girls, you're talking about division. So you take the circumference and divide it by the diameter, and it will give you a number very close to pi. It is also the ratio of the area of a circle to the square of its radius. Write the formulas to find the circumference and the diameter of a circle that use these ratios. Okay, the formula for the circumference of a circle is circumference equals pi times diameter. Because and it is a ratio, boys and girls, because if we take this and we invert the operation and put it on this side, it's going to be circumference divided by diameter. Because it's division on this side, it has to be multiplication on the opposite side. The formula for the area would be, the formula for the area of the circle is area equals pi times radius squared. Okay? Go ahead and write these down. Put a star there and a star there so that I know you have watched this video. On page 365, we are being asked to work with a partner so that we can compare each other's work. See, work with the partner. This we will do the following day. Okay, we will just compare each other's work. It says on here as well to trace an object using Math Masters because it's going to give you a grid with centimeter squares. Don't bother doing that. Count the squares. Again, we're not counting squares. I think we are beyond counting squares, boys and girls. We can use a formula, which we already know. Let's jump ahead and do the graph. Okay, this time we are solving for area. We understand the formula for area. Area equals pi times radius squared. So take any object, boys and girls. Take any objects. Find its radius. Now I recommend that you find the diameter first. And divide it by 2. And that will be your radius. Okay? I am measuring a cup right now, and my cup has a diameter of 8. I measured it. I measured the distance across. Therefore, my radius is 4. Okay, this is my cup. So I need to solve for my area. Go ahead and use this equation. 4 would be here. So I needed to make it square. So 4 times 4 is 16. Times my pi. Okay, let's go ahead and solve that together. Area equals pi times radius squared. Area equals pi 3.14 times 4 squared. This, remember, is my original radius. Area equals 3.14 times 16. All I did was convert 4 times 4 to 16. 4 squared to 16. 3.14 times 16 equals 50.24 centimeters squared. Don't forget, we're solving for area, so it needs to be squared. So let's put that where it goes on the graph. Area squared in centimeters, 50.24, and we know that it's going to be squared centimeters, or centimeters squared. Okay, let's continue. Now here, I'm going to make it bigger so I can write. I need area divided by radius squared. I will solve for my radius squared, which I know it's 4 times 4. So I have 50.24 divided by, or as a ratio, 16. When I divide 50.24 by 16, I actually get exactly 3.14, which we all know is pi. Okay, I'd like you to try the other two. Now remember, choose an item, figure out its diameter, and divide it by 2 so you get your radius. Then you square that number. Okay? Once you have that, you will solve for your area using the equation area equals pi times radius squared. And you solve it there. Do your ratio, which means you have to divide your area divided by your radius squared, and it should give you pi. Okay, go ahead and try that, boys and girls. For number 5, we're going to find the median of the ratios in the last column. Right here, find the median. So we cross out numbers from highest to smallest. Okay, in order for you guys to prove that you watched this video, I want you to write this exactly how I have written it. In this line. Okay? See you in class.